Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom. I'm Brian. This is Dominic from Watch Dogs 2. You guys have brand new footage for Gamescom, so let's take a look. So here we are in San Francisco, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, full of crazy techies and crazier, just sort of street life running around everywhere. Why did you decide to pick to set this game here? I mean, it's such a wonderful, vibrant city, but like, why Watch Dogs here?
I feel your bias for San Francisco.
Yeah, we can get into that. We can get into that.
No, seriously. So we're doing the whole Bay, the whole San
Yeah.
Francisco Bay, and for us, it's like the ground zero of the tech revolution. So for our topics, for the thematics of Watch Dogs, how technology is changing the way we live, and how some people could abuse technology, it's like the best setting we could choose, right? We can go to Silicon Valley, where all the big tech companies are set up, and it's also a very beautiful, varied place to set an open world in.
It is a sort of interesting the way you see the beautiful kind of serene neon setting of San Francisco mixed with the ultimate in tech douchery.
Yeah, I mean, there is some very strong culture war going on, and you have different areas that have different perspective on how technology is being developed. A lot of people are making a lot of money, but that has impact on the Bay. So that's all great topics for us to treat inside of the game.
Meanwhile, anyone who's completely against the sort of tech revolution is using their brand new smartphone to complain about it. So there's really no escaping it. And this game is all about interacting with tech. So how did you sort of come up with some of the tech that's in this game?
Yeah, so you play as Marcus. He's a young hacker. And this time around, you join a hacker group, and you want to fight a corrupted establishment. And you're going to be using your main skill for that is going to be hacking. So through your smartphone, you're able to hack anyone in the world, a lot of the electronics, even the computers inside of cars, and you have multiple ways in which you can hack all those things. So you make your own plans in how you want to use hacking to get to your objectives, basically.
So when you bring a game to San Francisco, there's kind of an expectation of the way the lay of the land is. It's a very hilly, very sort of labyrinthian city at times. But you guys are able to take some creative liberties by making a video game. How does your San Francisco differ from the real one, besides smell?
Yeah, well, the scale for one thing, because the whole Bay is a huge place. So from Oakland to Silicon Valley. So we shrunk that down. But what we want is to keep all the landmarks, the specific places. We want them to keep them intact. So we kept 150 key places we wanted to preserve, and then we try to shrink, iteratively shrink the map. And so we're happy to have really the feel of the place, different vibes, between Oakland, different neighborhoods. In San Francisco, you go up the Golden Gate, and you have Marin County, which is the natural preserve. So it's very varied. But we shrunk it down, and then obviously we try to have fun with it. So we keep the spirit and the different texture of all the places, and we boost it up a little bit to make it more flavorful.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's very cool to see this game come together. It was obviously like, it's a very different departure than the original Watch Dogs, but it still has a lot of the same things people are really looking for here. So what's like really, really new in this game?
Yeah, so there's quite a few things. First off, we pushed hacking a lot. So not only in the way you can manipulate different people and different things, but also in the fact that you can control things. So you can actually remotely control drones, you can remotely take controls of certain types of vehicles, and you can use them in your plans. So there's 3 types of ways you can do missions. All the missions are very open, and you can do them being aggressive, being stealthy, or even doing what we call the trickster style, which you don't even have to go in the layout. You can just use your different tools and hack your way to the mission objective while being away, keeping yourself safe.
I think it's kind of promising that this new character can walk around bashing people's heads in with his 8-ball on a string, or he can just kind of hang back and let the tech kill them.
Yeah, for us it was about player freedom. So there are a lot of players who want to use like melee and weapons and explosive, and we're offering a lot of customization option and freedom in that direction. But there are also a lot of players who want to play non-lethal, they want to play stealthily, they want to use mostly hacking and be discreet about how they do missions, and we support both extremes.
So now I'm like predominantly a single player guy, and I loved Watch Dogs for the ability to let me play through all of that, but still have kind of like moments where I was interacting with a multiplayer environment. It seems like I'll still have that option here, but there is a lot more pronounced multiplayer opportunity here. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our multiplayer offering is seamless, so we wanted to blend it naturally in the single player. So all the online that was separate from the single player, we removed all of that, and we focused on the seamless aspect. So we brought back the hacking invasion we had in Watch Dogs 1, where basically as you go around the world, you'll be seeing other rival hackers, and you can try to hack into them, and they try to find where you're hiding, expose you, and take you down. So this is the signature mode. But maybe more exciting for me anyway is that we now have co-op. So you'll also be meeting, as you play in single player, other hackers, friendly DedSec hackers, and you can walk up to them, offer them to play in co-op, and then you can play together and do missions. So in that sense, when you meet those people, there's no friendly fire, no griefing, they're friendly hackers. And we're also presenting a new mode where as the cop starts responding to your actions, if you do crimes, at some point, other players are going to join the cops to try and take you down.
What?
Yeah, so it's like, well, you know how the cops at some point are going to have more and more means to take you down. The chopper is coming, and at some point, it's other player joining the cops to try and take you down.
What a bunch of snitches. Come on, man, help us out.
And it's really cool from that perspective, too, because you're going through your city, and then you see a big police chase going by, and then you can just join in and try to take down that other player. One thing, though, based on your comment about being more involved in single player, is that we're going to let player customize that. So basically, you can say, I want to have seamless co-op. Maybe I don't want to have seamless PvP, and you can turn it off. Or you can turn the whole thing off if you want. Say, this weekend I just want to move in the story, move forward, and it's okay. And then you can turn it back on later on if you want. So you get complete control over that.
So it's like the little thing you hang on your door at a hotel.
It's kind of that,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, you can come in, or you just please don't bother me.
Yeah. And there's different players, and we figured it was completely okay to turn it on and off.
So one of the things that really stuck out in the original Watch Dogs in terms of the kind of the way the personality of the world came together were the little things like the hacking mini-games and the kind of meta-game of playing an AR game on your phone. Are you guys experimenting with little things like that again?
Yeah, and we're trying to revisit those things and trying to bring that to the next level. For example, the hacking mini-game is now inside of the world. It used to be in a separate virtual world, but now it's inside of the world. So you'll have those puzzles. Sometimes you need to use drones to go in the 3D environment and see how you link those different connections. So we're trying to bring it to a more realistic, grounded context.
I saw one of the pre-order bonuses came with a robot.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about this guy?
Yeah, so that's Wrench Jr. So Wrench is one of the other hackers inside of DedSec. He's an engineer and he likes to build things. And there's actually security robots that are being used within the city to secure certain places. And he hijacked one and he turned it into a punk version of it. And so that's what they included in they made a little real version of it and included it in the pre-order.
So you've got droids and you've got a bounty hunter mode. Is this secretly a Star Wars game?
No, I mean, it's really grounded in reality. Actually, there's security robots rolled out in the Silicon Valleys in some areas, and which help inspire those ones.
So I was going to ask you about that. Like, how much of the sort of the terror of the way the real tech is ramping up in our worlds is seeping its way into a game like this?
Well, I mean, we're really grounding everything into what's happening in the world.
Right.
When we worked on it 2 years ago, we looked at what was happening, like security robots as an example, how technology was being rolled into different places and how it was used. One of the big things that inspired us is big data, how data is collected on us and stored into computers, and then people make algorithms that crunch in that data and figure out what we want, what we're going to do next, try to sway maybe our vote, for example. So those kind of things. So they were inspiring to us. And actually, we were building all those quest lines around those ideas, and we're seeing the newspaper every week, some of those things coming out, happening in the real world or being referenced in the real world. So that means we're probably hitting an interesting topic.
Yeah, and I was going to say thank you for taking all that terrifying news and making it fun in a video game.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, though. So it's serious topics, but we try to not take ourselves seriously with this game. So, I mean, DedSec crew likes to have fun. And so while they're dealing with those dire situations, they're also trying to have fun. And that's why we have a bit of a lighter tone also to the game.
Awesome. So when can people play Watch Dogs 2?
November 15th, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC.
So soon. I cannot wait. I just need a big, crazy open world game, especially one in San Francisco. And I might be biased. Dominic, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Watch Dogs 2 very soon for all video games right here at Gamescom. IGN, stay tuned.